So today, guys, I wanted to talk to you guys a little bit about what happened after my last video where I talk about something needed to change. If you guys haven't seen that video, we talk about what I think about the current state of a lot of the old gear sets, a lot of the brand sets, a lot of the talents. I really felt that the division keeps adding more and more sets, but they never really address the sets that we don't really use, right? And a ton of you guys came out, you guys commented on that video, you kept saying, yo, Skillz, I'm with you. This is exactly my mindset. This is exactly what I've been thinking. And what was really surprising is what happened after all of this. So I want to talk to you guys a little bit about a couple things I noticed that I've also voiced in the past, that I've seen that are coming in the next title update, that were surprised, that I didn't even see on the patch notes. The first one being the backpack, right? We all know that a lot of us have always agreed that the backpack just looked really bulky because of specialization. And we've always wished there would be a way to maybe hide that, right? We wanted to be able to hide that. But look what happened when I logged on to the PTS, right? Take a look at this. Do you see? There is no specialization on there. And at first I was like, this must be a bug. What is going on here? I don't see my gunner class. I don't see the demolitionist class. I don't see my specialization weapon on the left-hand side. All I see is the weapon on the right. The backpack looks a little bit smaller because it wasn't all that bulkiness going on. And it was actually confirmed that this is actually coming in the next title update. They're actually working on it. So that's why everybody doesn't show the specialization weapon, but there will be a feature to either turn it on, turn it off. It's really up to you how you want it to look. So I think that right there is something small, but the fact that they are listening and have been listening to us in the past about us voicing that opinion, like, hold on, we would like to have something a little bit smaller. We would like to be able to have the option to customize the characters the way we want to customize them when we're out on that battlefield. I think it's actually a really cool feature. And it even got better, guys. So that was just one small thing. I was just going through the menu, and at the top right, I actually saw the timer, right? Like I could see the time of day. At the top right here, you can see the time of day. And this right here is actually very cool because a lot of players, when they were doing the hunter mask, or if you guys are still working on the hunter mask, you would have to go into photo mode to see what time of day it was. Or if you're doing the quest, the holster, exotic holster that makes you have to do it afternoon, you were looking for the time. And they finally added it where you just go to your menu, right here at the top right, you can see the time. So some small quality of life changes that we have voiced over the years for this game. And it's kind of cool to see that those small changes are something that they have been focused on. Now, it all gets better, right? Because the video wasn't talking about any of that, right? I just wanted to point that out. The video was actually talking about gear sets, brand sets, and weapon talents that are actually underperforming, no one really uses, and we're getting all these new sets and we're still not using any of our old sets, and they just go to our stash and we throw them away. Those weapon talents. And when this all came out, it actually was pretty cool because the very next day in the morning, one of our community managers actually came out and they said, ongoing directive gear set changes. Ongoing directive gear set changes. And it says, shooting a status effect enemy will apply a mark. Now, killing a marked enemy grants a full clip of hollow point ammo for your active weapon and a half a clip for the agent's active weapon in the rest of the party. So that means you're going to get that full clip. Your teammates are going to get half of that clip. And that's what's actually really cool about this. And also it's been confirmed that you don't have to get the killing blow. All you have to do is mark the enemy. If a teammate ends up killing them, everybody will get that buff. Now, hollow points ammo will actually amplify weapon damage. They haven't said by how much. And then it says it applies bleed on hit. Now, it also, the mark lasts 10 seconds. So this is actually a really cool feature that I've really felt that they went away from. Like, if you guys remember when the gear sets first came out, gear sets like aces and eights, gear sets like tip of the spear, they were all team buffs, right? And people would use them in the raid to team buffs. And it got nerfed, and then all of a sudden it was just your buff for yourself, right? Like, it wasn't team buffs, it wasn't buffing the team. And I felt like they got away from that team synergy, where this right here gets back to that, right? Like, it creates something that teams are going to want, like something like this, you would probably want this, at least one person running this in the raid, because that's going to be a lot of amplified weapon damage depending on how much it is. It's also causing bleed on hit. So if you're running something that amplifies that, it's going to be very, very useful in team groups. And just seeing that, the fact that they are working on this, and obviously this was too soon to be a response to my video. So what's actually pretty cool is the product director responded to that tweet, and it said, yeah, it came as a little surprise. We're also thinking of NothingButSkillz' video, and he was laughing. So it's kind of funny that I put out a video and then the next day they actually came out with this. Now, I don't think this was a response to me. This was probably that they were already working on this. Maybe it pushed them to maybe release something, that they are making some changes. But obviously this is something that they've been working on for a while. I just happened to voice a video on it, like other creators probably have in the past, and they came out and responded. So it was actually cool. And it even got better because the creative director actually came out and said, we have more. Yes, they have more changes. The ongoing directive gear set is just one. He said they do have more. He put the little smiley face with a cover in the mouth. So I am just very excited to see where they're going with this, what they plan to do with this. I'm just glad that finally we're starting to see them be more active in the community, actually voicing what they're doing, right? Because it's been a while since we've had this kind of interaction with them. We went, I want to say maybe a year and a half, and it was just like here talking, and obviously they didn't have anything to really report to us. But this is really cool to see that they are working on some of the gear sets and some of the issues that are plaguing the game. And then hopefully this is just a sign of what is to come. And that is what I'm excited for. I will tell you that I haven't been this excited for the Division franchise in a while. I want to say the last year, it was kind of just playing the game, just leveling my character, playing it here and there. But want to say the last month, a little bit more. Last 2 months, I've been very excited with where the Division is going. Just all the feedback, and then also us having that ETF coming out in the near future, where hopefully those group of guys and girls can get together and they can just do some really constructive criticism on where the game is, and hopefully talk to developers and they can just push the game to new heights. And hopefully with them fixing these gear sets, they get the game rolling. Hopefully that just leads to more content in the end, right? If they can get the game running smooth, get these gear sets where people are running different gear sets, and obviously new weapons, maybe a bunch of new gear, it's just gonna go hand in hand with whatever new content we get at the end. So I'm excited for all this. I'm very excited for that new specialization that they did talk about in the past. They said they're not gonna release it till it's ready. I'm excited to see where that actually takes the game, because I think that's going to be the real game changer in the long run, right? This big specialization revamp, I think that is the final game changer, and then hopefully we get some content along with that. So hopefully we'll see where this heads. I'm just wanted to talk to you guys about a couple things that I saw in the PTS with the backpack, right? That's something that actually surprised me. We actually have the timer at the top, and then really they are working on these gear sets, and that is why I'm excited to be playing this game, man. Hopefully when this patch comes out, we'll get to see maybe ongoing directive being the first set, and then hopefully they continue to update us on other gear sets, other brand sets, other talents that they're working on, and they plan on maybe tweaking a little bit so players want to use them more, because we all know there are a ton of talents, ton of gear sets that are just either deconstructed right away or thrown into the stash. All right, guys, we're gonna wrap up the video here. Hey, I appreciate the support, appreciate the love. I'll see you guys in the next one. Let me know what you guys think. Hey, Nothing But Skills out.